Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Supernatural Saturday. And today we have an amazing meditation for you on what Michael was talking about yesterday, that this is the time of liberation. And we're going to briefly describe what the process is for, why this particular meditation, why the concept of liberation. And if I just give me a moment here, there we are. What an amazing day we are all in for. There we go. Good morning, SJK. How are you? Okay, so this meditation is based on the conception, the idea of liberation. Let's understand a little bit more what this liberation is. It's not just a liberation in terms of social dynamics on the planet. It's not just a liberation in terms of personal rights and freedoms on this planet. This is the liberation of yourself from the limits and restrictions that your mind has within it that keeps you from fully actualizing your potential here. You've got preconceived ideas that have been programmed into your mind by this world, by television, by radio, by parents, by teachers, by friends, by magazines, by books. You have a lot of information pre-programmed into your mind before you were even old enough to think for yourself. By the time most children are 6 or 7 years old, they've watched enough TV to be programmed to think reality is a certain way, and they've forgotten the freedom that is available to everybody who's not limited by preconceived notions about what life is and what life isn't. In saying that, we want you to understand that when you leave your preconceived notions of what life is supposed to be behind, you open your awareness and your consciousness up to considering other possibilities. Like the possibility that there's actually beings here that are causing different factions of humanity to compete against each other. Or the conception that there's angels and archangels and multidimensional beings interacting with physical time-space on an energetic level. That they can actually telepathically interact with us. Or the possibility that you can move your awareness to any point of time and space merely by the choice to do so. But that would require that you be relieved or disconnected from limiting belief systems. You can easily move your right hand in the air. You can also move your awareness into your left big toe. We have this ability to move our awareness, and that is ultimately what you are, is awareness working through matter. Spirit, soul, spirit of universal light or love, moving through matter. You stimulate thoughts in the brain, or thoughts are put into the brain from the environment, and you get to contend with your creative process and how you'll interact with what you already have in your mind. So the liberation is literally beginning to step outside the established framework of who you've been taught to think you are, so that you can begin to connect to levels of awareness, knowledge, and wisdom that go beyond what you've been taught to think is available to you. What you can know and understand about life is available in the quantum field all around you. Answers to questions that have never been answered before. Solutions to problems that you can't solve because in your mind, you've only got the problem. You don't have the solution. You have to step out of your mind to find the solution. And so this meditation invites you, we invite you to be willing to let go of your attachment to your fear, to your suffering, to your guilt, to your shame, to your needing to be right, and allow yourself to be connected to possibilities that go beyond what you think you know or what you've been told to believe is true. I will tell you something from personal experience. This happens every day in my meditations with these guys, is the minute you start to let go of the lower ideas, the old self, the old mind, the acquired personality, there's an emotional energy that becomes available to you. I'll call it freedom, or light, or love, or excitement. It doesn't matter what I label it as, because of my experience. What matters is you get an opportunity to define what that is for you. What is it going to feel like when you don't have those thoughts running on in your head like you have running on in your head? What's it like to not have your body and what it wants in terms of senses to pull your attention away from yourself? What is it going to feel like to not have your body governing your thoughts and emotions? to not have your memories or your concerns about the future because of those memories governing your attention. Our goal here today is to give you the opportunity to step into an awareness of yourself, an awareness of yourself being an awareness that is untethered by matter, untethered by mind, but able to orchestrate and direct both, thereby putting yourself into a position where you will simultaneously be able to orchestrate the conditions in the world around you differently than what you can with what you think you already know, because what you think you already know limits you to what you think you already know. So you cannot conceive of or create anything outside of what you think you know. And this is true for anyone on this planet. None of you can create anything outside of what you think you know. In order to do that, you have to step out of what you think you know to know that which you do not know. And so we invite you to step into the unknown of your being, the awareness that is you, the you that knows the vibration of truth when you hear it, the you that knows the vibration of lies when you hear them, the you that knows what is right from what is wrong. You know truth from fantasy. You know this. But in order to know what you know, you must know it for yourself, and not because we say so. It is your experience that determines your awareness of truth, not what anyone from any level or dimension would say to you. But your knowingness is innate to what you are. That which is right, that which is not right, that which is good, that which is evil is innate to what you are as an awareness. And you can know that which you do not know, and it's what you do not know that will liberate you. The liberation comes from being unattached to what you are already familiar with in order to bring new conceptions, new ideas, new possibilities into your life, into your mind, into your body, into this world. And there are those who have a vested interest in you not being able to do this, and there are those who have a vested interest in you being able to do this, including yourself. Be willing in this short meditation. Be willing to allow your awareness to let your body rest. Be willing to allow your mind to be still. Be willing to remain aware when both are quiet. And it is in that place of awareness, detached from what you think you know or what your senses are trying to distract you with. It is that perspective of awareness where you can then invite what you do not know into your perceptual apparatus, into your awareness. It is very simple, but very difficult for some who are so steadfastly attached to needing to know, needing to understand, and needing to have things be a certain way. It is very difficult. But for you who are willing to surrender your attachment to what you think you know, the entire universe and all that it contains becomes available to you simply for the asking. Asking ye shall receive is a statement that says, that which I know I require, I may call upon. And I may move my awareness if I have curiosity about what it is like to be on a planet orbiting Alpha Centauri. To be on a planet there, I can move my awareness. I want to know what that's like. You as awareness are not bound by mind nor matter, but mind and matter have you bound, and only you can release them. And so we invite you to do this with us today. Very short. Yes. The liberation literally is the time. It's the ascension. It's not just about going up to other dimensions. It's literally being unbound. This is what they tell me. Being unbound by flesh and mind. But being able to utilize flesh and mind to bring something completely new into your life and to offer something new to the world, which every one of you came to do. Every one of you came to offer something unique and distinct to this world through that body in which you find yourself. And the difficulty and the frustration so many of you have in it not being actualized is because you're trying to reorganize information that somebody else has put in your mind. And so you have to drop that information out of your mind and be free of it so that you may invite the answers, the information from that divine light that gives you life, and ask it, what shall I think? What shall I say? What shall I do? What is the greatest thing I may do today at this moment? To ask for these questions, and the answers will not come from what you know, they will come from where you do not know. And then you get to learn a whole new language. You get to learn to interpret information differently than your senses can provide it to you. And when we say this, we simply mean that this level of awareness operates from a perspective of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, different senses, where you pull information in from non-physical realms of consciousness and awareness, even from God himself, or herself, or itself. They're laughing. They say there's no need to be politically correct. The truth is, once you begin to establish your freedom from mind, body, once you are liberated, you start to access more love, more joy. Right now, there's a vested interest from certain groups and factions on the planet to keep you entrapped in fear in mind and body. Their greatest fear is that you will liberate yourself. You know, I ponder over that statement from George Lucas's movie Star Wars, where the character Ben Kenobi says, "If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine." And what he basically meant is, I will no longer be liberated by flesh. My mind and my body will not be the exclusive means by which I direct my reality. And so bear that in mind, that there's a process of development. Once you step out of your mind and your body, once you stop being subjective to them, there's a whole other learning that happens. And there are mystical schools around the planet that are, some are hidden and some are not so hidden, that you can go to and learn how to open your third eye, how to activate your energy centers, how to utilize the awareness you are to alter time, space, and matter to work on your behalf, rather than you feeling subjective to time, space, and matter. So this is a really wonderful opportunity to do this, everybody. So we're going to take a drink of water. If you've got water, please, when you come to Supernatural Saturday, please make certain that you drink water before we meditate, and drink water immediately after. Keep your body properly hydrated. It's one of our cardinal rules that I've been given, is to make certain your body's properly hydrated, so that your electrical systems are working perfectly. Water is a great conductor of electrical energy. And so, if you're new to the channel, what's happening today, the meditation is based on what happened during the week on Shortcuts for Your Soul on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where we bring different guides and angels. We answer questions and bring your guides and angels, and you can continue to ask questions then. But it's to take the energies that they brought forth from there and to crystallize them into our awareness, so we're conscious and where we're integrating them, not just with our ears, but we're integrating it into, lifting into the molecular system of our DNA. We're bringing these new frequencies in that are beyond what are known to us. And they stress that we're so entrapped by what we know as a species. We have to move into what we do not know. We are so entrapped by what gives us fear, what we're familiar with, and we have to let that go. So in the process of meditation, it's very simple. We keep it simple. They always tell me, never make it complex. Keep it as simple as possible, because there's so much gobbledygook on this planet. The simpler things are, the better for everyone. And so simply, you're going to be taking a few short, deep breaths, and you're going to deliberately and intentionally, when you exhale, you're going to release all of the tension deliberately from your face, from your neck, from your shoulders. You're going to deliberately use your breath as you exhale to release the tension from your body. And we're going to do 3 breaths like that. With each breath, you're going to release more and more tension. What the goal is to get your body quiet, calm, still, and receptive, so that you can move your awareness up into the mind. And then at the place in the mind where you got thoughts and memories and things and considerations going on, at that point, the next step will be to then move your awareness, to quiet the mind down, to get the mind quiet and still. Because once the mind is quiet and still, now you're moving your awareness into the unknown. Because everything you think you know is in your mind. And once your mind is quiet, in that silence, that's when you can begin to hear. Buddha told me that a number of months back. He said, William, the only place people can hear is in the silence of their mind. You cannot hear anything else if there's no silence. So it's almost counterintuitive. You think the thoughts in your mind, you're listening to those thoughts, stop. You're not hearing anything, you're only hearing memories. So he said, in the silence you'll hear. So once your mind is quiet, we're then going to have you choose one or two questions that you might want to ask of the field, the energy that's around you. You can ask for a solution to a problem. You can ask for energy to heal a particular part of the body. The goal is to get you connected to the infinite potential that's around you. It's around us all right now. It's just that we think we're localized to these physical bodies, but in the position of awareness where your mind is quiet, now you're free to imagine, create, induce, invoke into reality that which will serve you and your Creator. That which, from my perspective, serves the light or the love or the well-being of humanity. And you can ask for, again, healings, because your guides, the angels that are with you, that are working with all of us, because it doesn't matter who you are, how much you believe this or don't believe this, you have multidimensional beings that are willing to work with you if you open up to them. And we all experience that flashes of light or a sudden sound and there's nobody there. They try to communicate to all of us, no matter how thick-headed we can get. And believe me, I was really thick-headed. They get to a place where they start to get through to you, and then you get curious. And a lot of people that are here today have gotten curious enough, they know there is this other realm. So once your mind and your body are still and quiet, now you can begin to remember who you are as an awareness, as this being, this extension of source, love, and light. So that's the process. And the outcome, again, is to get you to the place where your mind and body are not controlling your awareness anymore, where you're not pulled around by that smell or that sound or that taste or that touch or that person or that event or that memory or that consideration. You're not pulled around. See how that feels? That's how most people feel all the time. Once you are free of that, then you start to actually learn what this world cannot teach you. This world can only teach you what the world has in it. But the gifts of the Spirit are infinite. Ask and you shall receive is what Master Jesus always says. Ask and you shall receive. But you cannot ask and receive from what you already know, what you don't know. You have to get into a place where you can ask and receive. So we invite you to join us for this. Again, it will be anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. So please make certain your body's going to be comfortable in a position that it's going to be comfortable for 7 to 12 minutes. It won't take long. The goal for this today, for those of you that are new, practice this afterwards. Don't just leave it to this Saturday. Practice it. Learn to get your awareness detached from the identity you've been given by this world. Because once, what does it profit to gain the whole world, right? A mind, a body, an ego, a personality. That's the whole world. Your mind, your body, your personality, your memories, that's the world. You've gained the whole world. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world if he loses his soul? So you lose your awareness in the mass of matter and mind. So the goal here is to liberate you from that, to return to the kingdom, to the Father, to the energy, the Spirit, where it has all answers, all solutions. It's the stuff that built your body. And again, the only way you'll know any of this is true is not because of what we say, but because of what you actually experience. Now, they may also throw a couple ideas in about expanding your awareness and calling in a vibrational frequency of love into your body and your mind. And again, remain conscious and aware so you remember the experience. Some of you think you fall asleep, but you're so localized to your bodies and minds that when you're placed in a position where you go for a walk outside your body, you think you're falling asleep. I cannot tell you how many times people, when we do meditations, say, I fell asleep. You did not fall asleep. You left your localized identity, your personality. You stepped out of your personalized reality and you forgot who you are because you're so caught up in thinking you're the name or the body or the label. No. Stay aware, stay conscious, stay present to the experience of a quiet body, a still mind, and to the limitless expanse of awareness that you are, really. So again, take a drink of water. Make sure your body's going to be comfortable for 7 to 12 minutes. Ah, beautiful day. And take a slow, deep breath. We'll do question and answers after, folks. I'll be happy to bring the guy, your guides and angels, and I'll channel Michael because he's with me today, and Master Jesus with me. Lao Tzu's here today as well. And we'll answer your questions afterwards. Let's first help you to discover what freedom is for you as an awareness. Because so many of you are so caught up in thought and so caught up in body that you've forgotten who you are. Our goal is to help you remember the incredible wonder that is you as a sentient being that came here to offer your light and life to this world as a gift. So take a long, slow, deep breath now. Fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, allow all the muscles, nerves, organs, and glands to completely relax. Let all the muscles completely relax. And then take another slow, deep breath. Fill your lungs completely. And hold your breath for a few moments. And as you exhale, allow your body to relax fully and completely, letting all the muscles, neck, shoulders, arms, back, let them deliberately and completely relax. Allow them to relax. Allow them to relax more. And breathe deeply again. And as you exhale, allow the entire body to go completely deep. Let it relax fully and completely. Give your body permission to relax. Feel it relax. If any muscles are still feeling tension, give them permission to relax, to let go, to turn loose. That's it. And again, take another slow, deep breath. And very gently allow the body to go quieter. Become aware of how it feels to experience your body deliberately being allowed to relax. Be aware of how all the muscles and nerves and organs are responding to your allowing them to relax. And now breathe deeply and move your awareness into a space in the middle of your head. And as you exhale, release all of the thoughts, memories, and considerations in your mind with your breath. Just let them go. Breathe them out. Allowing all the thoughts to leave your mind as you exhale. And then breathing deeply into the space in the middle of your head. And again, exhale all the thoughts, memories, considerations, any sensorial information, just let it go. Breathe it out of your awareness. Liberating your awareness from thought. Just letting it all go. Giving your mind permission to be still and quiet and calm and peaceful. Allowing all the thoughts to go. They'll be there later when you come back. Just allow them to go. Breathe deeply again into your head. And as you exhale, let the thoughts go deeper. Let your mind become quiet and still. And now allow yourself to become aware of the space that your body occupies. Just become aware of the space. You are the awareness encompassing the body with your awareness. Feeling the space that your body occupies. Now, to your mind and to your body, think the following thought. I'm willing to love you and honor you, even if I do not understand you. Very gently think that thought to your mind and your body. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. Now breathe deeply and move your awareness into the space about 2 feet above your body. And become aware of the sensation of space above your body. Be aware of how the space above your body feels. Now breathe deeply, and as you exhale, allow your mind and body to become even quieter. Be aware of how it feels when you allow your mind and body to become quieter. Be aware of how your awareness feels, how you as awareness feels, letting your mind and body become quiet, still, and peaceful. Become aware of how that feels to you. To have a mind that is quieter, a body that is still. And just become aware of the space all around your awareness. Just sense the space between all objects. Notice as you become aware of the space, you are the space. As you expand your awareness into the space, you become the space. And feel the vibration of space with your awareness. Feel the vibration of space. Now breathe deeply and expand into the space even further. To whatever degree you allow yourself to be aware of yourself as space, you liberate yourself from being exclusive to the mind and body. You liberate yourself from being governed by thought and matter alone. From this perspective of space, you can call forth any idea or information you require. What job do I need to move towards? What can I do to improve the well-being of my body and my mind? How can I resolve a specific issue from this place of space? All possibilities exist in infinite space. Allow your awareness to expand even further into space. And we know that for some of you, this is new. But this place where your body is quiet, your mind is still, that is when you can begin to hear, to see, to know without eyes and without ears. In this space, you may receive guidance and information that your mind cannot comprehend until you experience it, but information which you can bring down into your mind and body and articulate in this world. This awareness that you are as awareness is limitless unless confined to certain ideas or beliefs. You are the awareness. Simply breathe and ask your mind and body to become even quieter, more still, and more receptive, and feel the vibration of what happens in your mind and body when you give them permission to become quiet, calm, and peaceful. They require your permission and your allowance. You can use your breath at any time to restore silence to your body and mind. As the awareness, you have that freedom. As the awareness, you may move your attention to or from any point of time or space. As awareness, you direct the matter. Matter does not direct you. You direct matter. From the perspective of thought, you may choose and create thought. You may delete thought. You may edit thought from the perspective of awareness, but only from the perspective of awareness. Our goal with you is to help you to establish this simple point of awareness, that you may be able to distinguish between your body, your mind, and who you are as an extension of Source. Communicate the following thought to your mind and your body. I am willing to love you and take care of you, even if I don't understand you, and in any and all circumstances. You have the power to still and quiet your mind and body with a simple breath. And communicating your love to your mind and body, your intention to take care of them, establishes a new relationship that you are the master of the house, the awareness that governs thought and matter in your world. And any and all new meaningful changes will come from this awareness. And here you may ask any question and receive the answer. Remember this vibration. Remember the vibration of your awareness, the vibration of the stiller mind, the vibration of the quieter form. Remember how that vibration feels, for you as awareness generated this state. we simply guided you in how to breathe and direct your energy towards your body and towards your mind in different ways. And you can do this anytime now. To establish this more fully and deliberately, you will liberate yourself even further from the subjectivity of mind, so that your mind becomes your instrument for creation rather than the shackles of enslavement. Now breathe deeply. And as you exhale, release any old thoughts, emotions, and energies from your body with the breath as you exhale. You can release old emotions and old thoughts with your breath. And as you release that, bring your awareness back gently into the body. Bring your awareness gently back into your body. And feel the difference in its energy. And feel the difference in the realm of your thought. Be aware of what you are experiencing as awareness. This is the beginning of your liberation. To recognize that mind and matter are your servants, not your master, nor is any man. When you're ready, very gently, open your eyes and please drink some water and just allow yourself to feel the change in the energy of your body and the change in the energy of your awareness, because it's your experience that speaks the truth to you, not what someone else says. And so we will often remind you to be mindful of your experience, what it is you experience in that form, with those thoughts, with that mind, with your awareness. Thank you. So allowing yourself to recognize the distinction between who you think you are, what your body is, and who you are as an awareness is important. You are a soul, a sacred entity called a soul, spirit of universal light or love, an emanation of infinite intelligence, individualized and able to individualize itself further through mind and matter. As you become aware of yourself as awareness, you then assume a different type of authority over your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. And there is no more important a time for you to do this than there is now. For so many of you are allowing your emotions and your fears to run rampant in your mind and in your world. And you think you are helpless to do something about it. But we can assure you that once you understand that your mind and your emotions are merely mechanisms that you can utilize for a different creative process, once you realize that, you are free. Then you will not need to run amok or get caught up in the fearfulness of other people. You just disagree with it and go about your business. Thank you, Master. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to get some questions about this. Again, if you got other questions, if you need to prioritize your question, please do use the super chats, because I won't get to all the questions today. But again, I want to say welcome to everybody, and I hope you allowed yourself to go deeply into what they've just done with us, and I hope you can feel those vibrations. When you start to get connected to who you are as an awareness, the energy that you are, love is what you are. When you start to reconnect to what you are, not to what you've been taught to think you're supposed to be, but what you are as an energy, as an extension of infinite potential, as you start to allow yourself to connect to that, there's a liberation that happens, that you start to feel as an energy. And your body loves that too, because once your mind is on thinking, your body's not on stress. Once your mind is quiet, the body starts to relax. Now you start to become more aware of yourself, and as you bring more of your awareness to your presence of mind, you start to be mindful of what you will think, what you will say, what you'll do. You don't react as much. Anyway, please leave your comments about your experience in the meditation, and we're going to look at a few questions now. Hello from South Africa. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gina. Yes, we all need to remember the people, when we are caught up in mind, the mind learns through repetition. Your soul learns instantly. The mind learns through repetition, because the word has to become flesh. An idea has to be repeated. The energy has to be put into the system for it to become a functional behavior, or the word being made flesh, right? That's what happens. When you start to generate, when you become an awareness, you start asking for inspiration and guidance. You bring in new ideas and information, and that can become flesh too. What's happened to most people on the planet is they've gotten information through their five senses, and the world has made them what they are. They've forgotten who they are, because they're dressed in the clothing of the world and not the clothing of the spirit, which is what you are. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Wonderful. Question from Suzanne. My daughter is in hospital, wanting to know if she will get better. If I don't, well, why are you saying if? This is a free will zone, Susan. They're saying this is a free will zone. She must choose that her light and her love are greater than her conditions. This particular process that we shared with you today, if she were to recognize the distinction between who she is and who she thinks she is, or who others think she is, she will liberate herself from the restrictions that are currently deferring her experience of being who she is, as it is with many of you. Not simply this one, but this awareness that she must remember to rejoin to her mind and body, as awareness that she is not bound by the thoughts and the emotions, the actions of others. She is free to be free, but as long as she is entrapped in thought or in the perception of herself from others that may be limiting, it is very difficult. It is difficult for many of you who are told you're this and you're that, and you should be this and you should be that. And then you have to learn to unlearn all that. You have to learn to unlearn all that. You have to unlearn what you've been told to learn. You're a good boy, you're a bad boy, you're a good girl, you're a bad girl. You shouldn't do that. You should do that. You have to unlearn that. You don't have restrictions as a divine entity. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Wonderful. Great comments. Great questions. Question from Naveed. Can I ask Archangel Metatron on if that was him in my presence when I was unconsciously visualizing vividly geometric patterns? He says you already know the answer. He's saying, I still don't understand why this one doesn't get that I am with him. He doesn't understand it. He says, short of hitting you on the head with a hammer, what else will it take for you to understand when I am with you? Yeah, and it's true. It takes it. They can. I've been seeing. I watch number sequences all the time. I know when they're with me. It's not a theory to me. I know. I can feel when even when my dad, my biological father, comes into my energy field. I always get a craving for a beer when he shows up. Right? You learn to become aware of how each of these, your guides, your angels, there's a way to interpret their energy, because they're different personalities. Literally, they're different qualities of energy, different degrees of spirit. The energy of Master Jesus is very different in one respect than the energy of Master Buddha or the energy of Joan of Arc. They're very different energies. There's a certain common thread to all of them, but they present their view on understanding spirit to each of us in the way that they uniquely do, right? That's why it's called individuality. So yeah, it is definitely him. Question from Katya. Any advice for me about career? Well, I hope that you asked that question during the meditation. Yes, I will. This meditation is so simple, but it's so powerful. If you really go into it deeply, let your body let go, let you get your mind to let go, give them permission to let go and be still. And in this stillness, ask. This is not about us telling you what to do. This is about you learning your greatness, your limitless potential, that you are as we are. And your career is your choice. But do not make the choice that was given to you to make. What inspires you? What excites you? What enlivens you? Would not the delight of life be that which you would wish to do with your life? To be enlivened? To be excited? To be playful? Yes. Your love. You as the awareness, are love's expression. Let your work and your life be your love in expression. Thank you so much. Question from Margaret. Does Master Jesus have any advice about my leaving home? Wow. He's just saying, have great joy, great excitement. Envision the greatest and entrust in this inspiration that you have received. But not even because I say to, but because you are inspired thusly. When you are inspired, it is not of your mind, it is not of your body, it is of your soul. You are inspired. Inspiration is not from your flesh, it is from your spirit. Wow. Wow. I love that. Great question. Thank you for that. We are at such a profound time. We are creators on this dimension. There's a really fascinating movie that you should watch. A movie called John Carter. John Carter. Watch that movie. You think humans are the only one in this solar system or in this planet? You're sadly mistaken. There are beings, wondrous beings, and not so wondrous beings, just as there are wondrous humans and not so wondrous humans. Watch that movie, John Carter. There are beings of light. There are beings of dark. It's important to know how to distinguish the difference between them. And the only way you can know the difference is when you are not in fear. Fear will cloud you from knowing who is false and who is true to you. And the only way you can get out of your fears, to get out of your body, and to get out of your mind long enough to be aware of who you are again. And this meditation will help you to re-articulate that sense of, wow, I'm free. Your thoughts are not who you are. Most of your thoughts, especially these younger people, the millennials, who have great talent, great light, great power. It just blows my mind. That's so clear and profound. These singers and dancers and performers and thinkers, and it's amazing. And yet governed by the limits of the world, what the world is telling you to believe is true or not believe is true, can really inhibit and stunt the potential that's available to every one of us. And these millennials have the greatest opportunity to change this world in such a quantum way. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hi Dova Queen. A question from Dova Queen. I got back with the father of my kids after he took my trust and love for granted. How do I know if it was the right choice? My heart has been split for a year with this decision. This is a wonderful question, and I don't know who this is, but there is great love for your commitment to that which is greater than your own fears. There is great honor and respect for you for this commitment to your love rather than your fears. The willingness to step outside of your fear, to entrust that you are inspired by this, to know. That too. They're also saying that you need to know how to get him to be aware, and yourself. Yes. They're saying tell her to not let her fear cast doubt on her inspiration. Do not let your fear cast doubt on your inspiration. Yes. To It is only from this place of your from your soul you can know. If take the time to do this meditation again, you'll become far more sensitive to what is true and what is false. Because in your mind, you've got your memory, and your memory is reminding you of what was before, and that's, you keep reliving it in your mind, what happened. Get out of your memory into your present. Your memory is great for one thing, but it's terrible for others. When memory gets in the way of what we're trying to create brand new, your fears and your doubts get in your way of creating something new, because that's what you're doing. You're creating something new, right? Don't let your fear and your doubt get in the way of you creating something new. Yes, I understand. So get out of your mind, move to spirit, do this meditation, get into that place and ask questions. What do I need to be mindful of? What do I need to communicate? What do I need to know? They'll answer you. They're with you. It's harder to hear your guides and your angels when you're living in fear, because fear's a low vibration. Fear's of mind and body. You want to get your awareness to that place in consciousness where you're not governed by your fear or your past. Because most people are living a past present, and you don't need to do that anymore. Great question. Thank you, Dova, because I know a lot of people are going through challenges in relationships. Wow. Yes, just a moment, Lori. Relief. The words that I'm getting to communicate is, I am at peace and I am relieved of my suffering. I did not know any other way. I did not know any other way. There was no one to show me there was another way. Yes. Please tell the other children. Please tell the other children to have thought greater than what they thought. There is another way. But first, we entrust ourselves to you that should know what we need to know when we come into flesh, to give us right thought, to give us right idea, to provide a space, yes, for all of us that come into flesh. I will return. They're saying, yeah, I will return to them. I don't know how that's going to be, but they're going to return to them, Lori. The youth suicide rate is really high right now, because the amount of fear that's being propagated by people in leadership position, leaders, people are supposed to be leaders, folks. They're supposed to be leading. And what they're doing is they're leading with fear, guilt, shame, force, fraud. You can't allow that. You can't allow your children to be subjective to the lies and deceptions of other people. Don't buy into the lies and deceptions. When you support it, you teach your children that a lie is the truth. You know, I went through 7 years of sexual abuse under the hands of a step-parent. And when I was the very first time I was abused, I remember the first few months I fought against this wrongness. I was under threat. I was under duress. I was 7 years old at the time. And after a period of time, I surrendered because I was so terrified of this person, what they were doing to me, that they threatened to kill my family, my sisters, my mother, that I fell silent because of the fear that they instilled in me. And that taught me that what was wrong, I had to accept as right. And that was right, for me, I had to accept as wrong. And making and doing things that you know are wrong, and then telling your children to do things that in your heart you know is wrong, wearing masks, being afraid of viruses, separating from each other. You teach your children fear. It's no wonder these children leave early, because they don't want to live in a fear-based world, right? Don't support lies, and don't act as if lies are truth. It causes a horrible impact on a child. I know, I went through it, and it took me almost 25 years to get over living lies, accepting and ignoring what was being done that was wrong, and accepting it as truth. And okay, it's not. A lie is a lie. Harm is harm. Do not ignore the truth. Please. You'll find yourself hurting yourself and your children if you live a lie and you know the truth is different. And I watched the toll it placed on my mother and my siblings for me not to be able to speak the truth, for me believing as a child that I could not speak the truth for the risk and threat that was there. And you're being threatened right now globally. Stay in your homes, wear your mask, be afraid of each other. You're being threatened. And all of you know that it's not the truth. And until you stand up and live the truth, you will live under a lie. And the more you accept it, children know you can't lie to a child. They know when something's not true. So if you see the suicide rate continue to go up as it is, it's because they can't live in a lie. They won't. Nor will any sane person want to live in a lie. So we have to stand up for the truth. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. That's not their opinion. They just laugh at it all. You'll figure it out. Don't worry. But they're very clear on one thing with me. They say, do not live a lie. Do not live a lie. Live the truth. And I have my little things that I do that I know I shouldn't do, little small things, and I know it every time. But you want to eliminate these obvious things from your life. Anyway, thank you for that question, Lori. I really appreciate that. But she's going to return to them. Please tell them. She said she's going to return to them. I don't know how she's going to do that or what that's going to look like, but that's what she's saying. Thank you so much. And thank you for those super chats. I really appreciate it. Wow. Question from SJK. Before your question, put question. I see, right? Yeah. Question from I Am Universe. What is the best way for me to maintain a field of love when negativity surrounds me? Thank you. Love and blessings. This meditation is you can, when you're in that place where your mind and body are quiet and still, I learned this as I did it, and your mind and body are quiet and still, you as awareness can invoke any possibility. Invoke a vibration of love. Literally, call upon a frequency of love. Ask Spirit to provide you a feeling, a sensation of love if you don't know what it is. Call upon that vibration and then bring it into the body. Literally, bring the vibration of love into the body. Communicate love to your mind. Communicate love to your body. We'll do this right now with you if you like. Simply open up to the vibration of love and allow it to enter your body, to enter your mind, to imbue the space around you. The vibration of love as you understand it to be. Let it enter your form. Let it surround you, envelop you, and protect you. Only love may enter your space, and only love may leave your space. This mantra is very powerful. Only love may enter your space. Only love may leave your space. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel. As Archangel Gabriel put that through. Thank you. Question from Tanya. What did my team tell me while under this meditation? I didn't hear, but was trying to listen. My right eye is throbbing a little. In the process, for those of you that, like Tanya just described a physical symptom in her right eye after the meditation. Remember, when your mind and body has been so conditioned by this world, and you do this meditation, and you want to open up to your guides and angels and hearing them and experiencing them, as you do this meditation, you'll get sensations like that. You can ask, who is that? You can ask who that is. You refine your body more to who you are rather than you being subjective to what it is. You refine your mind so that it becomes subjective to who you are, what you want it to think, what you want it to believe, what you want it to focus on. Then it becomes subjective to you. Then you start to recondition the mind and body to a new energy, to a new you, basically. You really literally entrain it to a new frequency. So when you're in that state and you're focusing on a vibration of love or joy, you're focusing on an energy of inspiration and playfulness, you start to generate those energies. They become more, your body becomes more receptive to the new information you're giving it, rather than being so attached to the suffering of the world that's being projected at it. So it's really a learning curve. Do the meditation repeatedly, Tanya. Yes. Archangel Metatron, he says he's doing the tapping on your eye. He says he's tapping your eye so that you can see. But he's saying, do not get caught up in the sensation of your eye. Rather, become aware of what you feel up here. So again, move your awareness up out of the sensation of the body and observe what you sense or feel in that perspective of perception. Again, this is, for some of you that are new here and some of you that have never done this before, it is a learning curve. This is all stuff I've been learning the last couple of years to really understand this through working with my guides, my angels, and the ascended beings that work with me. It is, you've got to literally train your mind and body to a new reality. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. 38. Where are we? 12:37. Wow, didn't realize we ran so late. That's what happens. When you move into spirit, you lose, I think I'll take one more question. It's perfect, right at the bottom here. From Gina. Was my 1010 painting speaking, was my 1010 painting speaking? I presume, what was my 1010, I'm not sure what that means. Do you know what that means? Alignment. They're saying it is your alignment that you are giving to others as well. Your alignment that you offer to this world. Alignment. Go in behind your heart. Who are you? She's female. Very beautiful. I can't make out her name, but it's like just this beautiful energy behind your heart about alignment. And she's saying alignment. Your work is about alignment. I work with you in this. Who are you? She's very similar in energy to Joan of Arc, but she's much more well lived on this dimension than Joan of Arc was. Yes, great experience, great time. Atlantis, the Light of Atlantis. She's saying that there's an element of the Light of Atlantis in this work that is about alignment. Yes, she's saying next time you paint, feel my presence with you. I am behind your heart. And it's really true. We are never alone. We are never alone. We might be in individual bodies, but we're never alone. Once you understand the reality of other dimensional realities, different frequencies of being, you liberate yourself. I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up today. I want to thank you everybody for your contributions, your donations. And if you want to know more about these messages and works, please join us for Shortcuts for Your Soul on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do lessons and Q&A with guides and angels. And then Saturday we use for the meditation and integration of the energies that are brought through in the preceding week. I want to thank all of you for showing up, for giving your time, your energy, your focus to this. And please practice this little meditation for those of you that know how to fast forward to that point in it. Please use it. Get yourself liberated from your mind and your body. That doesn't mean you disassociate. You want to learn to utilize them as instruments of what you really are, not being subjective to the house, but directing it. This is what this meditation opens the door for you. If you want to know more about the courses and classes we teach, which will be beginning in February 13th, our winter season, you can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can register there for the winter season, which starts February 13th. Also, if you want to support these messages, please go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. You can become a Patreon supporter there. And again, much love to everybody, and thank you for your participation, your questions, your curiosity, your excitement. And I will see you all on Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Yes, our Master Jesus will be with us for a very specific reason on Monday. I don't know what that is. He just said to say that. So much love to all of you, and I will see you on Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul.